Good afternoon. This is welcome to our session and presentation here. So this is about environmental engineering program at UBC, which is still relatively new. We are gradually getting into our third year, now middle of the second year of the program, and our students are now in their third year. And so we are accepting the third cohort next fall. So I'm just going to share some information about the program here. Hopefully that will be of benefit. And if there are any questions, feel free to bring them in Q&A, and we will try to respond to them as we go along. Maybe next slide. So how we define really environmental engineering is that it's anything that really allows us to address some of the environmental challenges and issues that we are facing, our society faces, towards improvement in the well-being of our environment, ecosystem, and our society. So in general, engineers are all working towards a more sustainable world. Environmental engineering is one of those, but with a specific focus on the well-being of the environment, which eventually going to affect the well-being and health of our society. As environmental engineers, we generally get involved in a variety of disciplines and activities that support that goal of healthy and well-being, so we get a healthy environment. And those would be industrial activities, could be government agencies, government, or even just manufacturing some of the new tools and technologies that are supporting our environment. And so all of those are listed here, or some of those are listed here as part of our discipline and sectors that we work on. Next, please. So what can we expect, or you expect from the degree? It is, as I mentioned, it's a relatively new program within the UBC Engineering or Applied Science faculty. However, environmental engineering is nothing new. It is something that within our two departments, particularly chemical and biological engineering and civil engineering, we have been active, been offering courses in the area of environment and environmental engineering. So with the need and the demand from the society and from the stakeholders, it was deemed necessary to actually formalize this in the form of a separate program, which is a 4-year program with the intention really to have the opportunity for the students to get enough learning from the two departments in a more focused way towards environmental engineering discipline. It is a relatively small cohort compared to other engineering programs. This, to a large extent, is intentional because we want the students to have closer interaction with one another, and also the nature of courses they take, quite a bit of a design component in it. So it allows for the students to really interact with one another and build it, really work as teams. And so I mentioned about chemical and biological engineering, but we also tap into other resources that other UBC faculties they have, from earth and ocean sciences, from mining engineering, and also from Faculty of Science, which particularly from Department of Mathematics as well. So our students take some specific courses related to those areas that are relevant to the environment. Next slide, please. As I mentioned, the program has been designed in order to serve purpose that this program was developed, and that is to provide the students with the opportunity to learn the skill sets that are required for environmental engineering. So if we divide the program into 4 modules, the first module is what we call basic and core engineering sort of component, or basic science and core engineering component, which every engineer needs to know. Physics, chemistry, biology, math, and some engineering design component, and technical communication. That's common across all the engineering disciplines. Then we have what we call fundamental or foundation courses, which really allow the students to really have the fundamental knowledge that is necessary for them to succeed in their specific and specialty and technical courses. And those will be courses such as fluid mechanics, how liquid or like solutions flow, whether in the nature or in the pipe and so on. Learn about hydrology, groundwater hydrology, mass and energy balances and so on. Then once these 2 are addressed or completed, then we enter into what we call the specialty courses that are unique to environmental engineering programs. So water pollution control, air pollution control, energy engineering, waste management, and so on. And module 4 that I have here is really something that is across 4 years of the studies, and those are really hands-on experiences. A lot of focus on teamwork around real world problems or real challenges that environmental engineering students face or environmental engineers face. We have laboratories, we have capstone design projects, and so on. So a lot of design components really for people or for students to gain first-hand experience and also work as. Next slide. So in terms of student experiences, really a lot of, as I mentioned, hands-on and really collaborative work that they get. Earlier in a video that was shown, Jessica mentioned about one of the courses that actually you go outside to collect some data, real-world data, and that's part of the learning process. Laboratories that our students get involved, really the experiments are the exact replica of the tests that are done in industry. And of course, every year in the program, we have design-based courses that allow students really to work on real-world problems. Given the class size that we have is relatively small, so those special classes are going to be relatively small classes, about 40 to 50 people. So students all know each other, and you probably will hear from students who are in this webinar or on this call that they can share their experiences in terms of working together. Next slide, please. Now, we try to bring the experiences just simply outside the classes as well, and allow the students first to interact with one another, to interact with their faculties or instructors, but also interact with outside experts. So in the form of interacting with their faculty or instructors, we do have beef and pizza sessions that are done twice every semester. And what it is an opportunity for instructors to hear from the students in terms of how things go, share their ideas and share their perspectives and how to improve the course offerings in order to improve the learning opportunities for the students. We also have industry nights that are organized by students, and those, what it means is that not only an opportunity for the students to mingle with one another, but also to connect with some industry experts. So industry experts come, share their experiences, their perspectives, and also connect with the students. Students get to network with them not only for to get answers to their immediate questions, but also build networks that may help them in their future careers as well. Next. So here are some student feedbacks that we've had. So you can see, you can read for yourselves here what were the comments from the students. Now, as I mentioned, this program is a joint program between chemical and biological and civil engineering programs or departments. So students are exposed to both departments, and in fact, the co-directors of the programs are myself from chemical and biological engineering and my colleague, Professor Lawrence from civil engineering. And we tend to make efforts to meet with the students as well on an occasional basis. So to listen to the students and get their feedback and convey them to other colleagues or other instructors as well. And also we bring our own perspectives and views from our own disciplines to the program as well. So students get really exposed to really two well-established disciplines that are within the university and within the area of engineering. Next. So the first question that comes to everybody's mind is that what is the job prospects? What are the career options? How it's going to go beyond 4 years or within 4 years? The first thing is that every student has, or all engineering students have the opportunity to enter into co-op program. And what it means is that you go along or throughout the program, you take industry internships. And for environmental engineering students, there is no exception. There are plenty of opportunities for co-op opportunities. And what it means is that students can go work in industry and learn firsthand in terms of experiences that they can gain. And this is very beneficial for their learning when they come back to school, but also for their future employments. Now, employers for co-ops are across the board, from the government, from within university, within research groups, but also industry as well, and even municipalities such as Metro Vancouver or other municipalities across the province. And in fact, speaking to some of those stakeholders and employers, they all love the opportunity to hire co-op students to work for them, because they see a lot of benefits from co-op students, and also students who go to the co-op, they gain quite a bit. Next slide. Now, the same employers who hire co-op students, those are also employers of the graduates of our program. Now, I mentioned that this is a relatively new program at UBC, but the employers or the list of companies or sectors that hire the students are here. And these have been hiring our students from civil engineering, from chemical and biological engineering for their environmental needs. So the opportunities for employment has never been limited for those who have expertise in environmental engineering. And now that they have a program with expertise or with specialized in environmental engineering, that even become more clear for them. So Vancouver area is full of many environmental consulting firms, and those are listed here. Some of them, some are multinational, in fact, billion-dollar consulting companies such as Stantec, Jacobs, AECOM, and so on listed here. And some are localized ones. And our students get jobs in all of those ones. Government sectors, whether local, provincial, or federal, also are employers of our graduates. For example, Metro Vancouver hires a lot of our graduates, or BC Hydro, the same thing as well. And then there are what we call manufacturers and technology providers. Again, the same thing. We have some multinational companies such as Suez and Veolia active in Vancouver, but also we have some local ones that are listed in here as well. So opportunities for employment is actually quite plenty for our students. Next, please. So really, Dr. Lawrence and I are having the role of being the co-directors, but our purpose is really to support our students to achieve their career goals. Our role is really to make sure that the learning opportunities that our students get is the best that possible, and we are making all of our efforts to really to support them. And we believe that environmental engineers are essential professionals in today's world, especially in view of many environmental challenges that our society faces